Hello and welcome to The Trade. Before we get into the charts that matter, let's have a quick look at what traders are watching. And the US government shutdown has entered its 35th day, matching a record set during Donald Trump's first presidency, with his administration warning of potential chaos at airports going into the holiday period. Around 1.4 million federal workers have been placed on enforced leave without pay or made to work for nothing. US Treasury yields declined amid broader risk-off moves due to concerns over stretched valuations in stocks and corporate bonds. 10-year yields at 4.09%, 2-year at 3.58%. The US dollar, meanwhile, climbed to a fresh 4-month high against the euro as divisions in the Fed raised doubt about the prospect of another rate cut this year, and the Aussie dollar now holding at 64.8 US cents. Well, to get into the technicals, Jonathan Tacadena from MPC Markets joins me here on set. And what is happening with Bitcoin here?
Bitcoin, yeah. So interesting. So it dipped below 100,000 this morning. And I've chatted to my crypto guys out there. And I think what's happened is the crypto crew wanted the instos in crypto to obviously pump up the price. But now that they're in, they don't play nicely. And what they're doing is actually just bleeding the volatility out of the asset class. So it makes it more stable, but it just means that the moonshots that everyone's kind of just waiting for, they're gonna have to be patient if they want their Lambos, basically. Yeah.
So the post-halving rally, does that mean that that's done?
It could be. So I put this chart out there just to show you what is possible. So generally, after a halving, which has happened 18 months ago, we usually see a peak. After every peak, there's an 18-month window where Bitcoin has fallen on average 75% in that time. So, from current levels, it could hit 25 again, like just based on the percentages. I think it's a bit of a more mature asset class than it has been in previous cycles. So that's why this rally from the post-halving hasn't been as pronounced. Like it still had a nice rally after, Trump was a little bit more pro-crypto, but yeah, just be careful that we could see some weak hands being tested. So hold on to your Bitcoin if you have a long-term outlook.
Yeah, okay. So that's digital gold. Let's get about actual gold and physical gold. We've talked about this, the queues outside ABC Bullion a couple of weeks ago, but you've had a big discussion as well about the concept of buying physical gold. What have you learned?
Yeah, so we actually have clients that wanted to buy some physical gold.
There you are.
And there you go. So one of the listeners of our podcast actually works at Jagodina in the city, and he said, would you like to come and have an interview with the CEO? And so the main difference is Jagodina is an actual coin and actual dealer. So what that means is that you can actually buy physical gold through them, but you can buy it from ABC Bullion, Perth Mint, or what they call Swiss gold, which is PAMP gold. So it gives you that choice. So that's the main difference. So if you see the lines outside of ABC, all they have is ABC products there. So that's the difference there. Talking to the CEO, Jagodina has a long history. I actually bought some coins from them probably about 20 odd years ago through my boss at the time. And just that picture there. So I'm holding a kilo of gold, Juliet. So how much do you think that a kilo of gold is worth?
Well, I held one recently and it was around 180,000, I think.
Okay, so yeah, that's correct. So 180. So at the time, $200,000 you're holding there. And did you get that gold fever when you felt?
I did, and I was very upset that Jordan Alicio from ABC Bullion didn't let me keep it.
Yeah, exactly. I asked the same thing with Hercules at Jagodina. Can I take this sample home? And he said no.
Apparently not. All right, let's look at some recommendations. You've got Ballard Mining just did a capital raise. What do you like about this company?
Yeah, so I have actually chatted to the management about it. So they were part of a conference called the RIU Miners Conference that passed through Sydney maybe about 2 months ago from memory. And what it is, it's a mine that was actually part of a lithium company. And so the asset was just laying there dormant. They spun that asset out and they raised the capital. And basically when I met with management, like the story sounded great. The mine already has 6 years planned. And what they wanted to do was actually drill more to get that out to a 10-year mine life. Problem was I was pretty much fully allocated in gold at the time, so I couldn't allocate to it. It has pulled back down to 50 odd cents. And what caught my eye was they actually did a cap raise at a premium, and it's still trading around that 55% level now. So the adjacent mill owners placed $20 million into Ballard, and it's trading at about 125 million market cap. still trading around 55 cents there. So I think if you're buying it at the same price that the instos are, I think that's a good trade for that one.
And just going back more broadly to some of the gold stocks, last time you were on, you were saying Gorilla Mines was one you liked.
Yeah,
Is that still one that you've got an eye on?
Yeah, absolutely. So they raised again at about 42 cents. It's trading around 38, so I still like that. The miners were silly not to raise at the time. You know, basically, gold shot up from 3,600 all the way to 44, and then you can just see the gold miners shoot up. So you need a lot of capital to get your mine off the ground. You need a lot of capital for drilling. That was the right time to do it. So yeah, anyone that's raised during that time, it was prudent to do so.
All right, well, let's see if we can both get some more 1 kilo bars. Maybe we can do weights with
Yeah,
him.
that's it.
Jonathan, thank you. Jonathan Tacadena from MPC Markets. That does it for this edition of The Trade. Be sure to join us next time.